Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World. Today I'm making a wee back to school project because it is August now and I think it's time to gather these things up. I have lots of grandchildren and wee kids that call to the door to collect orders for their parents, and I like to give them wee gifts. And I thought just a single pencil all done up with a wee "it's your time to shine" to get them ready for going back to school. And it's very simple, very quick, but a great wee gift. Even at craft fairs or whatever, you could make a whole stack of them. Now the only change I'm making is I cut the lovely bright gingham DSP to fit exactly over the top of the pink, and used the foam adhesive strips to raise it up to give the pencil a wee bit more room rather than flattening the whole thing, but I don't like it showing. So then for this one I've cut the gingham a wee bit wider, so I'll give you the measurements for that so that I can wrap it underneath the pink just the way I did the black there. If you can see, it goes right around and it's much nicer finish, so we'll try it that way and see what happens. And I'm also, instead of using ribbon, I'm going to use a wee daisy and daisy punch because I thought it would make a nice wee difference. So what you're going to need to start you off is a piece of black card, just plain black card, and round your edges, and it should be 2.5 inches wide by 8 inches long. And then you're going to need your melon mambo, same thing, round your edges at the top, and it's 2 inches wide by 7 6/8 long. And your gingham, make it 2 7/8 wide, which gives you an extra 4 wee squares there at each side to fold round, and 1 to cover the base. And it needs to be 2 7/8 by 4.5, and then you need 2 wee strips of the black card, 3 inches wide by 1/2 inch deep. And you're going to need a chalk pen or a white gel pen, whichever, to do your writing. It's just handwritten, so you can write whatever you want there. You're going to need a punch to do the wee sentiment, which is also stamped along here to decorate the pink. So, and it just fits in perfectly for this classic label punch. And of course your daisy lane and your melon mambo. So it sounds like a whole lot of stuff, but you probably have loads of stuff you can do this with sitting around there. So we'll start by stamping. And get yourself a piece of your scrap paper, because you're going to offset the stamping just to make it look more like a scrap piece of paper. So I'm just using an old one that I've well dirtied. So where am I looking? Right, get your stamp. It's in the Daisy Lane stamp set, and it's great. It's your time to shine, which is a perfect wee sentiment for going back to school, I think. I'm just going to use Memento to keep it all with the black, and we're just going to do about what, 1 2 3 4 5, about 6 lines. 1 2 3 4 5, yeah, about 6 lines of stamping top and bottom. So just ink up your stamp in the Memento, just make sure you have it well inked. You could use your VersaFine if you have it. I'm just going to start at the bottom here because it's close to me and I can see it easily. Line it up so your stamp's right to the end there. And that's your first line done. Now from this on we're going to start stamping off the side. So just line your stamp up again so it's just above but slightly to your right. It's your time, and the shine comes off. Ink it up again and go to this side, and sort of same line if you can, and that gives you like it's text rather than just one line of stamp. And just offset it again a wee bit from the left this time. Just stick my head over the top of this because I want to really see where I'm putting it. If you're doing it, get your head right over the top if you can. I don't want to go right over it and stop you from seeing it, but try and get it as lined up. Now I've went a wee bit off there because I'm running. I'm not over the top of it. If you're over the top of your stamping, you're going to get it nicely lined up. Now this one can go straight across. You could actually use your grid paper there to line you up. I've done these ones a bit closer than I intended. So take your time and do it. I'm going to go a wee bit to the right this time, so it's a wee bit less showing, and fill that in at the left. I might just want to get another wee line in because I've done them so close. I'll just put a full line in this time. Didn't do that well now. So turn your paper upside down, but turn your stamp upside down as well, and that allows you to get to this end of it. Just a full stamp there, and then start alternating. Oh my goodness, I really need to be over the top of this. I'm not doing very well, but you get the gist. You know what I'm trying to do here. I just don't want to stick my head right onto the camera on you. But take your time and do this bit. It makes it worthwhile. And then one just straight across again. And just go down as many times as you like. I've done these so badly. The light's even catching me now. I'm not even looking at it straight. So do get your head right in there. Hopefully that'll keep me out of mischief for 5 minutes. So get rid of your ink. We'll keep that for doing the other thing. So now we're ready to do our gingham. And the gingham you want to sit here, and you want to keep it 3 at either side. Well, it's really on the 4th. So if you get that, hold it nicely so that you can see, and just bend it. And that'll give you a line to put your sticky tape onto. Just a rough wee guide. So you have that. The other side's lovely too. If you're doing for a wee boy, you could pick the other side in blue or something. Get yourself one strip of this. This is great. I mean, it saves you farting about with single lines of it. Now, follow your line that you've creased just to the inside of it. Doesn't have to be right on top, but just keep it to slightly over from that crease. Don't go right in there. It's just to give it a wee bit of, to raise it up so that the pencil isn't squeezing, putting too much pressure, you know, with the wee slit, which I should have done first, by the way. But we'll do that next. So that should do you. A wee bit of excess at the bottom there, which we'll cut off. So we really need to get a wee line in here. Where's my ruler? So you know it's going to be 2 inches across. So you want the line down at about, I think it was an inch I went down here. So mark yourself an inch. We'll actually just go to this side. An inch with your pencil, sort of to the center. And then just divide it between that. So you're going to go about 1/2 inch from there and 1/2 inch if you get those two sort of lined up. So you know from there over to there, you can cut that. And we're going to do the same at the bottom, an inch in. And then between those two lines, 1/2 inch. And then just use your, you might need that ruler, use your blade to cut that if you can, without slipping and sliding everywhere. Yep, same here. Just make sure it's okay and that your pencil will slip in. That should be fine, but you can see the way it does buckle it, and that's the part I didn't like. So that's why I raised it up that slight wee bit. So peel back your sticky tape, and we're going to try and line this up some road or off so that it's covering or just coming to where you want it to come. Use the gingham to line you up. Gingham is great for when you're doing this kind of a project. Did I get that on? Yep. And you can see that covers it much better than leaving it with that white strip of foam showing. So just crease it all to suit yourself there, and then do the same with this side. And just stick it down. Now we're going to run a wee bit of wet glue either side to stick this side, this bit, so that it stays where we want it to stay. Just hold it in place. It'll take in a second. You could use a strip of double-sided tape, which would have been more sensible, I'm sure, but I forgot to get it out. And do the same with this side. Just making sure you have a nice wee rim. You can see that's taken already. It's not too bad, but I'm hoping it gives it a nicer finish. Now we're going to stick this to the black, and again I'm just going to use that stick some over the top of your gingham round. And get this on here. Oops. Just nicely centered. And then press it down. Oh sugar, didn't I forget to put my... Take it back off quick. I forgot to do my wee bits here. Stick those on quick. We'll do your writing in a minute. So put that at about, where's that first line? About 3 squares under the line that you've cut for the pencil. And fold that. And that's really all you need to do. You can use your tape runner for that. Silly Billy, honestly. And we'll do our writing then when it's stuck. So again, go to about 3 squares under. Actually, go to where you had your creases. My off line again. Ugh. Just press that round and do the same for this one. Just make sure you get a bit of tape on the ends because we want to catch. And do that at about 3 squares up, which keeps you nicely lined and leaves, whoops, room for your wee sentiment. Oh, I'm trying to use my gingham here to get my nice and straight. And just fold that round, and then redo your sticky. Come on people, stick. Do that quick before it pops up again. That was a close call, wasn't it? It's not going to stick, so. Just tuck those in so that they take. Line it up again. I love the way I can make something look hard when it's really easy. Get that as centered as you can. And that's you. Now we're going to do our wee bit of writing. So the top we'll put just numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here we did A, B, C, D, E, and F. And that just adds a wee bit of schooly type stuff to it. So now we want to put our sentiment, the same sentiment again, which I shouldn't have taken off the block, sure shouldn't. And we're going to get a scrap of white, Whisper white. Ink it up again in the black. Doesn't really matter if you get it upside or not, because you're going to punch it out. It's your time to shine, and use your label punch, everyday label punch if you have it. Just line it up. You can see it fits so nicely. And we're just going to put a square, sticky square, or if you have the mini dimensionals, use those. Just a wee tiny bit. We don't want pressure on it going across, because you know your middle's going to bump up with your pencil, which we probably should put in to create the bump that we're looking. Of course I can't get it in now, can I? Slide that in place and get your sentiment, stick it across. And now we just need to decorate here. So as you say, you could tie the ribbon on there, but I want to do a wee flower to see what it looks like. We'll give it a go. If it's not nice, we'll do the ribbon. And I'm just going to go with the matching Melon Mambo. And your wee bit of just going to do 2 of them, and the second one I want a bit later, so I'll off stamp it first and then stamp it. And that gives you it a wee bit later. 2 should be plenty. Get your matching, whoops, daisy punch, which comes in the daisy lane set, and just punch these out. Oops. There's one. It's always easier to cut that bottom one off so that you can go in this way. Just line it up nicely. Now just get your scissors and give that a wee curl. Carefully, just don't pull any petals off. And then just push them up, make a wee flower. Same with this one. The darker one goes to the bottom. Push them up. And I'm going to use a dimensional to join these together. Line them up so that you're covering the gaps. Oh. carried away there. And that's your nice wee flower, and that's going to just go with what do you call these? Sticky dots on the back there. And that'll stick it to your pencil, and the child will be able to take that off easy enough. You just want it sticking to the pencil, so if it's a big one you're using, pull it in a wee bit. Oh, it's sticking to me. So decide where you want that. I think it's nice just covering that wee spot. Oops. And you could add a wee gem there, or you could just use your wink of Stella to jazz that centre up a wee bit. And that's it. So you decide yourself which is best, the ribbon or the wee flower. I think the wee flower's cute, especially for wee girls. So maybe do the flower for the girls and the ribbon for the boys. And there you have two perfect wee quick and easy door gifts for people or at a craft fair or whatever. So I'll have all the details down below, and thanks very much for watching my video. I'm really appreciating it. I'm getting a lot more views and likes, and I really appreciate it. So if you know anybody that's interested in crafting, point them in my direction, and hopefully they'll get something to make that they'll use. So catch us all next week. Bye.